Hello, my name is Mona, but I go by Ghostpuff on the internet because Mona was taken in many other sites, since I'm not the only person with that name. Anyway, this is my first ever flip through of Sketchbook, and let's see what I did. So this is like a Moleskine Art Plus journal, and has like really thick paper, which goes well with my way of scribbling with pencils and whatnot. And holds a bunch of water, so there's like a couple of things that are experimental with gouache and watercolor. And yeah, I like it a lot, as well as for markers also. I use these sorts of markers on them as well. At any rate, I started this in May 2017. It was sort of like a turning point because I decided I wanted to learn a bunch of pencil drawings and how to handle a bunch of different mediums and combine them with digital for both my work and personal development and stuff. So yeah, ahoy! That's me, trying to look wise and cool, and no, not really. At any rate, first pages are really kind of hard to draw on, so they're always empty, or I tear them away and use them for other things. These were some funny ideas I had about creating a robot called, well, Robot, who would give cool life lessons to humans, but it's only just a little idea. These were like beavers for a client that requested it drawn later digitally for a bunch of water bottles. And yeah, I liked it a lot. First one looked like an egg, had to redo it. Bunch of doodles. This one came from my previous journal, Sketchbook, whatever. It's done with pencil and these same markers in a really pretty mauve color. Mauve? I don't know. That I don't have currently with me. More of these same journals. Oh, shadow mauve and pale pink. The ones that I used here, along with these really silly wooden woodworkers pencils that I found really cheaply by Coffee. Anyway, a bunch of doodles. This is where I actually bought my first really nice pencils by Lyra and Bronzil. And I love these a lot so much, even though I'm currently using polychromos and a mix of like student grade and lower pencils. I still love these a lot. And these are the one used for these studies of people in a cafe in Nijmegen called Mugs and Muffins. And second one is a bunch of people on the campus of the university in Nijmegen. More illustrations, trying to draw from actual photos and stylizing them so they look more in my general style. Doodles, and the seagull here was supposed to be like a little character that I would add on a bunch of photos, and there are some link in description. This was sort of my plan for my birthday when I wanted to visit Rotterdam and a bunch of places. These are blobs made with watercolor, and you draw over them with Sharpie or pencil, whatever. Some stickers from Instagram tags, a bunch of pressed flowers, experimenting. These were supposed to be, I don't know, chapter description pages for a little book me and a friend of mine were working on. It's completely in Bulgarian, which I am. This was a test in watercolor to see how well it would hold, and it was pretty well because the paper is really still very flat and didn't wrinkle at all with some tape that I taped to the sides. These are some of my stickers that I made with Moo? Yeah, I think it's called that. And I like them. I post them on like a bunch of PayPal letters that I send. More graphite drawings. They're mostly with automatic pencils. Some doodles of me and my friend. Some ideas about sticky paper and to-do lists and how to make them more cute looking. More of the same chapter drawings. They were like a bunch of maps based on the story that was in the book. More doodles. Didn't like this one very much. They're not looking kind of dopey. This was my first try at using gouache and combining it with pencil. It was a really weird experience, but I very much like how the colors came up, even though they're so haphazard. More trying out a bunch of pencils and seeing how they behave. I'm going for a very messy kind of style with a lot of scribbles, and this paper holds up pretty well with that. More doodles, and this is no, not the first time, but one of the times that I actually decided on the colors for this cat, which I call Cat Kid. Brilliant. More of him. He's a cute guy. Sort of wears vintage clothes because he's a old school kind of boy. More doodles. Even more. I very much like drawing bears. I mean, more than cats probably, even though I'm a cat person. A little bit more of gouache. And these are some doodles that I used to do back in my high school days, and I sort of transferred some of these doodles and developed them from my really old sketchbooks. A little bit of a calendar thing. I want to be a bullet journal kind of person, but I really can't keep up with those. It's really tedious to me. So I just make these sort of calendars on one of the pages in my sketchbook, because that's the thing I open up the most, so it works for me. Oh, this is my first ever comic, and I think I'm brilliant. No, I'm not brilliant, but during the summer it was really hot since I live on the top floor, and I would not put on pants because it's warm and I'm in my own house and I don't want to wear pants, but my boyfriend demanded that I do, so I thought I'd be a wise ass, and one day when he would return I was wearing them on my head, trying to prove a point. Clever. Some more doodles. This one is going to be something cute, but I just never completed it. It's supposed to be a bear carving a pumpkin, and I was going to make like a bunch of calendars with one for each month. Some more gouache experiments, and commission work for couples. This is like the base sketch, and then I did it entirely digitally. Hi girl. Get it? This is a completely digital thing I did. Printed some postcards to send to friends. And this was something that a client saw on one of my previous drawings and wanted the same kind of thing with just her and her phone. That's experiments with washi tape. Very much like this pattern. Some doodles. Something I drew in a cafe once with clothes that I saw around from people, and just made them animals. I don't really use pinks and purples very much, so I have a lot of pencils that just remain, and I decided to use them up like this and then edit the colors digitally, and I ended up liking these colors very much. This was a sketch for a drawing of my two favorite hobbitses for a gift, and some palettes that I keep around and sometimes stick to the paper. I don't know what this guy is, just filling him space. Post for Happy New Year, and some poses that are reference from Pinterest maybe. Oh, another one of these calendars. Yeah, my calendars are just a sticker hazard. It's what I use them for, to stick things on them. This is based on a Bulgarian folktale called The Golden Girl. More doodles. This first time I got this Copic multiliner pen. I wanted to try it out. I like it, but it's not really my thing for completed pictures. It works well on doodles though, not that very much. Sort of an outfit of the day, although my outfits are kind of boring. And what's in my bag tag? My new avatar. This is how it started, and then I do some edits digitally. This one as well is another washi tape collage. I don't know what to call it. Oh, the tiny house was a challenge. My Insta buddy Ilulina, link in the description, came up with, and we decided to make it an actual challenge to share with others. And it was 22 houses, no different kinds of styles to draw and improve on, because basically this is the only type of house I knew how to draw at that time. Now I have some improvement. Good with mushrooms. This was a draw this again sort of challenge. It was the first post I did on Instagram, and then I redrew it like this. Cutie. This was a commission to do a a congratulatory card. No, I don't know. A card that says it's a boy, it's a girl, so that parents can send it out to family. Favorite things from January, and I went thrifting and bought a bunch of plants. Well, I bought a bunch of pots for my plants, and plants at the time, actually. Some cups. Drawing every day was a big part of January for me. And I started mailing a bunch of pinball buddies, and of course the tiny house challenge. This is the same sort of thing, but the foxes previously. It's gonna be a pattern. And yeah, this is a bunch of tests here. Pikachu from reference. Don't think I have anything else here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!